Coach, first of all, congratulations on the win against Evansville today. Let's start off with Savannah's 1,000 career points. How was it for you as a coach to see her make that today?
Yeah, I'm just proud of the kid. I think people don't realize how hard it is to have 3 coaches in 4 years. So for her to go through that and her journey to be as crazy as it's been, and for her to sort of prevail through it all is pretty amazing. So obviously I'm catching the tail end of it all, but for her to come out and play like she's been playing all season, it's pretty remarkable.
Switching back to the Evansville game, tied after the first quarter, and then Miami outscored Evansville 20-8 in the second quarter. What was working in that second quarter? What were you all figuring out?
Yeah, I think I just challenged our team to put together stops. Let's get 3 stops in a row. Let's just focus on the defensive part of it. I felt like we had a pretty good scout on Evansville, and so we were trying to take away some things that they really like to do. So in the second quarter, I felt like we were really locked in and tuned into what we could take away and sort of how we could gain an advantage on the defensive end.
Well, again, speaking about the defense, in the fourth quarter, you held Evansville without a basket for the first 8 minutes of the fourth quarter. How do you think Miami's defense is really developing right now as you come to almost close non-conference play here?
Yeah. I think defense takes time. Philosophies, the systems take time. And so I think our kids are starting to have a greater understanding of sort of what we're trying to accomplish, what we're willing to give up, and then what we're trying to take away. And so I think our defense is coming together. Obviously, I'm a coach, so I never think it's good enough. I'm sure Coach Sahar doesn't think so either. But at the same time, I think that we're starting to understand some concepts and putting it together.
We've talked recently about rebounding, and Miami did have the edge in rebounding today. What do you think, what role do you think that rebounding today played in the win and, controlling the defensive side of things?
Yeah, I think rebounding is going to be everything for us. When we decide we can rebound, we're pretty tough because it starts our transition game and we're keeping, opponents off the board. So anytime that we're allowing offensive rebounds, it's usually a putback to score, but if we take that out of the equation, now all of a sudden we're winning games. So I think obviously, rebounding is going to be huge, but I think just asking more of our guards to help. Before we were relying a lot on Kelly and Savannah, and they're going to do their part in that. But now if you look, we have Peyton Scott getting 6 rebounds. Mo's in there 4 to 5 a game, and even Lex comes in and gets 4. It's just a collective effort as far as helping from our guard spot, too.
Looking ahead to your final non-conference game against Tiffin New Year's Eve, what do you think Miami has to do in order to best prepare for that MAC schedule?
Yeah, I think we can't overlook Tiffin. That's first things first. I think Tiffin has a great reputation, especially in the area, and so we need to prepare for Tiffin first and not get ahead of things. Obviously, being able to play a ton of kids this whole non-conference season helps. There's nothing like game experience, and so I think our intention as a coaching staff is to make sure everybody felt good on the floor and understood what their role was going to be. MAC season's a long season. It's competitive. There's some very good teams in it, and so we have to be able to have depth and be able to play a couple different ways to really compete.
Savannah, first of all, congratulations. You reached 1,000 career points today. How did it feel to do that in front of your home crowd, your family?
Yeah, it was really cool that my family could come and see it, and just doing it before we go into break so that after we can focus on the MAC.
You saw a lot of contributions from different people on the team today, different people getting minutes, scoring baskets, rebounds. How dangerous is this team right now when they're working as a team?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we did a really good job today passing the ball and finding the open person and making that extra pass, and that got really good shots. And then on top of that, people coming off the bench and getting big minutes was huge, and I think that carrying forward, especially in the MAC down the road, that'll be huge for us.
Speaking of gearing up for the MAC, what do you think this team did well today that is really going to help you in MAC play?
Kind of like we mentioned earlier, just having multiple people being able to contribute will be huge in distributing the ball and having different people score. And I think our defense was really good too. We really scouted Evansville pretty good, and I think that moving forward, if we can keep scouting teams like that, we'll find success.